Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you the topmost of the top news where they happen all over the world, back-to-back gist. If this is your first time of joining us on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe to this wonderful channel. Like, share, comment, and on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first to collect it. Alright, let's go down to the news proper. Again, Ohaneze asks BUHARI to release Nnamdi Kanu. APES Igbo Social Cultural Organization Ohaneze Igbo has again asked President Muhammadu Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. The President General of Ohaneze, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, disclosed this on Thursday in Oguta local government area, Imo State, during the flag-off of ceremony of Oguta Orash River Dredging project, which was broadcast live on Channels TV as Lagos state-based television station. Mr. Buhari was represented at the event by the Vice President, Yemi Osibajo. Our Vice President, tell our brother and our son Buhari that the Ohaneze Igbo, made up of over 6 million Igbos, requests that he should release Nnamdi Kanu, Mr. Iwanyanwu said at the gathering. He dismissed claims that the Igbo-speaking people of the Southwest will secede from Nigeria if IPOB leader was released. Igbos are not seceding from Nigeria. I don't see why anybody should say Igbos are seceding. Igbos are everywhere. We have investments. Are we going to leave our investment by seceding, he said. Mr. Iwanyanwu said he was passing the message to Mr. Buhari because the president had been given honorary membership in the Ohaneze and therefore under his Iwanyanwu authority, despite being Nigeria's president. I am now telling him, Mr. Buhari, that Nnamdi Kanu should be released before he, Buhari, depart office, he added. Ohaneze Igbo and other Igbo groups have repeatedly asked Buhari to release Mr. Kanu, who has been in the custody of Nigeria's security police, the State Security Service (SSS). Mr. Iwanyanwu, shortly after emerging as new president of Ohaneze Igbo last month, resolved to meet with Buhari to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB is a group leading the agitation for an independent Republic Biafra, which it once carved out from southeast and some parts of south Nigeria. Mr. Kanu was first arrested in 2015 but was granted bail in 2017. He fled the country after an invasion of his home in Afaroku near Umuahia, Abia State by the Nigerian military in September of that year. He was rearrested in Kenya and brought back to Nigeria in June 2021. About 4 years after he fled the country, the Court of Appeal, Abuja, on 13th October held that IPOB leader was extraordinary rendition to Nigeria and that the action was flagrant violation of country's extradition treaty and also a breach of fundamental human rights. The court therefore struck out the terrorism charge fired against Mr. Kanu by the Nigerian government and ordered his release from the custody of the DSS. But the government refused to release IPOB leader, insisting that he, Kanu, could be unavailable in the subsequent court proceedings if released and that his release would cause insecurity in the southeast. The government, through the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, later appealed the court ruling and subsequently obtained an order staying execution of the court judgment at the Supreme Court. Mr. Kanu is challenging the stay of execution order stopping his release from SSS custody. The IPOB leader asked the Appeals Court to set aside the stay of execution order on the grounds that appeal court judge erred in law when they halted the execution of their own order which freed Nnamdi Kanu. My people, now don't hear as it happen. I think I will applaud Emmanuel Iwanyanwu for consistently demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Of course, you know what has been going on for some time now, that the federal government of Nigeria has refused to let Nnamdi Kanu go out of the DSS detention, even after the appeal court discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu. After this discharge and acquittion, they still, through the Office of Attorney General, they appeal to the High Court so that the appeal court can stay their judgment, so that judgment will not hold. And now, through the Supreme Court, the people stayed that judgment of the appellate court and decided that Kanu will not be released, which is very wrong. Because this is should I call it an abuse of power? The federal government of Nigeria, they are abusing power. They are using their power just to do anything they want. This is an abuse of power. The appellate court has released Nnamdi Kanu. He said discharged and acquitted. It means that there is no more charge against him. And now the federal government, through the Office of the Attorney General, moved ahead, decided that judgment should be stayed. It is only in Nigeria that you see this kind of thing happening. The man has been released. Why would now the Attorney General working for the federal government move to the High Court to still stay the judgment of the appellate court? Extraordinary renditioning of Kenya, Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria is against the law. It's also an infringement of his fundamental human rights, and they are not looking at it from that direction. What they are saying is that if Kanu is released, there will still be more insecurity in Nigeria, forgetting that the everything that is happening in the southeast now is because Nnamdi Kanu is still in the DSS detention. The sit at home that was ordered the other time in the whole of the southeastern part of Nigeria was to pressure the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu. It was not because the people in the southeast, right? Southeastern people are business people. They like doing business. They love their business. They love being in their business. And how you imagine the Southeastern who love their business stopping business for every Monday? For how many months? And up till now, that sit-at-home Mondays is still ongoing because it has become part of them. And all these things is to pressurize the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu. And this thing is in no way touching the federal government. They don't care. What kind of government is this that does not even care about what the citizens are saying? Democracy is the government of the people by the people, of which if the people decide, that is what the federal government or the government is going to do. But Nigeria's government is not like that. They don't care what is happening. They don't care how the citizens are feeling. They don't care about the feelings of the masses. They don't care about what is happening. All they just say is let them just get into that office, do what they want to do what is in their mind. That is why up to today, senators in the southeast that are being given allocation to fix their their political jurisdiction, they have not done it. They squander the money. They go to America. They buy houses. They invest in houses. Someone will be poor, having no property. Immediately they will enter into office. 6 months they will be blown. They become rich. They become big men. They start owning properties everywhere. No checkmate. No checks and balances. The 3 arms of the government was set out there for checks and balances, but in Nigeria there is nothing like checks and balances. The executive arm ends up riding everybody because the people there are not elected, they are appointed. Look at what is happening in the issue of the presidency now. The INEC have also appointed the person they want. And that is why MNK have been talking about it, and they know that Nnamdi Kanu is saying the truth. That's why they don't want to release him. Because in Nigeria, that's just the thing. Talk the truth and your head will be taken off. So Iwanya will continue speaking because it is rare to see a man who in this difficult time, when you know that politics is a game of the highest bidder by the goat. Well, before I wind the curtain down, please, if this is your first time of joining us on this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe. Oh, thank you for listening. God bless you.